It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.
A taste of spring in Evergreen Park. Abbey Murphy and Team USA are one win away from a gold medal later on this week. And we also learn all about the Office of Citizen Services, plus much, much more on this episode of the EP Podcast. We're going to get into all of that on this show. Before we get to our first guest, I want to talk about Porter Cullen's over at 99th and Clifton Park. They bring you the first guest today on the EP Podcast, and their February menu has so many cool things on it. I haven't decided what I'm going to try next. Am I going to try the emotional support burger or the lasagna chiladas? It's like an enchilada, but it's like lasagna. I mean, I've read all about it on their website, and I feel like I'm leaning in that direction just to say I tried one of them. Check out everything they have over there, the incredible menu. There's TVs everywhere, probably going to be a good place to watch the gold medal game coming up this Thursday. Porter Cullens, see more at portercullens.com. This is the EP Podcast, and away we go. And joining me here on the EP Podcast from the Office of Citizen Services for the Village of Evergreen Park, Beth Devotny is here. How are you, Beth?
I'm great.
You know, I'm going to let everybody in on a little secret here. Beth loves the EP Podcast. She loves listening to it. I don't know if you watch it. She's a big fan of it. Every time I see her, she's like, "Oh, you're doing a wonderful job. I like the show." Beth hates being on the show. And it's for the reason of it's nerve-wracking, right? It's weird to get in front of the microphone and know that people are going to listen to what you have to say, right?
Yeah, I'm just a little bit on the shyer side. And yep.
Our actual email was like, "Hey, surprise. I'd love to have you on to talk about this stuff, and I know how much you're looking forward to it." And just the sarcasm, the way that you came back about how excited you were, was the email was dripping with it. But I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
So the Office of Citizen Services, a lot of people don't know what it is. What is it exactly? Is it something that's just for seniors? I see a lot of trips that you guys put together, and it seems like it's all senior citizen events, or am I reading that wrong?
So the Office of Citizen Services is actually like 51 years old. I think it started as senior programming. However, it expanded over the years. So predominantly we do programming for seniors, but we also have now gone out and we oversee the food pantry. We program the farmers market. Our seniors, we keep trying to bring in the younger seniors.
What's a younger senior?
The younger seniors would be somebody like myself that's, in their late 50s, early 60s, to come and participate in our programs.
So you're looking for, right now you're getting your older senior citizens taking these trips, and what you're trying to say is that, like, when you do these programs, when you do this stuff, this is for a much lower age group than what you're actually getting right now, or on average. Like, how low can you actually go? Like, what is the baseline senior for a senior event?
We don't have any age restrictions typically. We've had some of our...
I'm just looking for you to say it's well higher than me. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. Turning 49 in May, and I'm really hoping the number's much, much higher. So like that's what I'm trying to figure out.
It can be open to anybody. The typical senior that we see now is in their 70s, their 80s. We even have a couple in their 90s, and we have one gentleman that pops in every now and then that I believe is 102. So
really, and he pops in.
He pops in. He was at our senior prom. He's come to a couple luncheons,
and he showed up for the prom.
Yeah, he was at the prom last year.
Man,
he got the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Player's gonna play, man. He's like, not until they put me in the ground am I gonna stop. Good for him.
Correct.
Yeah,
yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So now that prom, that was the first time you did it was last spring.
Yes.
How did that go? And are you doing it again this year?
So last year, the Kelly Duffy, the clerk, decided that she wanted to do a senior prom. And I've always wanted to do some kind of sock hop type of dance. So we partnered together and we did a senior prom last year. And we had a great turnout for our first year. We had about 55, 60 participants. It was a wonderful evening. We had heavy appetizers. We had dancing, we had decorations, we had prom king and queen. So it was a good evening. So we decided that we were going to do it again this year. So,
was there heavy competition for the king and the queen? Like, were there people jockeying for position? Were there politics at play for it?
When they came in, everybody took a vote, and we came up with a prom king and queen. We had a best dancer. We had the Lifetime Achievement Award. So we passed out several different. Our theme last year was golden age of Hollywood or something. So we passed out Oscar awards and stuff. This year we're doing the prom once again. It's going to be on Thursday, May 7th. Our theme this year is an enchanted forest. So we're just in the early stages of planning, but we're looking forward to it. Tickets will probably go on sale in the next month or so. So look for those. You can buy those at the Office of Citizen Services or at Village Hall.
And you guys are over at the community center.
We are in the community center.
So that's right over by Klein Park. I always say it's I always forget the exact address. It's over like where 97th and Holman would be if there wasn't a park in the middle of where that intersection is.
97th and Holman, I believe, is the center of that park, and we are right across the street from that park in the community center.
Okay, and then on that date, May 7th, is a busy day for you because you also run the farmers market, and that's opening day, right?
Yes, so that's
opening. I know we're a couple months away, but it got warm this past. There were a couple of warm moments this past weekend. So I'm starting to think spring already. And I looked ahead. That's something else that you guys run, which is the farmers market throughout the entire year. So are you already planning for that right now?
Yes. Well, yes. So our phone is ringing off the hook with people that want to be vendors at the market. And I normally send out letters to my previous vendors March 1st to see who is coming back, when they'll be back and so forth. And then I can fill in the gaps over the next couple of months so that we're ready to go on May 7th.
It feels like it's getting bigger every year. Like it feels like there's more vendors. At least there were more vendors last year than there might have been the year before. Like, it seems like it's growing. Do you have like a limit as to how many people you can actually take? How big do you think you can get it?
The only limit we have is the space over at Yukich Field. So yes, last year we added like 6 or 7 new vendors, and we kind of divided the market up into seasons. This spring season, that's more flowers and plants and that kind of stuff. But we also have our food vendors and things there. And then our summer produce market where the tomatoes and the corn and the vegetables start coming in. And then our fall market, which is typically like the pumpkins and the hay stalks and stuff like that. Just to kind of give some people some clarity. We always have people there that are there in the middle of May and they're like, where are the tomatoes? And it's like, do you have tomatoes in your yard?
Right, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So we try to divide it up into those 3 seasons. So some vendors participate in only one season. Some will participate in the whole market. But yeah, I'm looking to an exciting market season this year. We did add a lot last year. We added a lot more community days. We had it was a fun day for me. We had the village up there. We had touch-a-truck, so we had police cars and fire cars and village trucks and the mayor and the clerk and some village trustees, and that was a fun day. So hoping to be able to pull that together again in addition to the rest of our kids' activities.
The vendors that reach out to you, I'm curious, like are they do you get like an influx every year of like new businesses, or is it actual established businesses that want to get exposure? Because sometimes I walk around there and I go, these are really interesting ideas, but some of them seem like this is like their first shot at like starting a company. Like this is they're going to farmers markets to kind of show off their honey business or their oh gosh, it's slipping my mind right. Their hummus business. There was somebody out there last year that did that. Like it seems like you have people that are like entrepreneurs that are just starting to get going. Do you run into that a lot?
Yes, we do. We do have a lot of entrepreneurs that start their small business. They come up with an idea and they start doing farmers markets. Some of them stick with the farmers markets and just pick up a lot of markets. Some of them then go into small business and have a brick and mortar type of store. And unfortunately, sometimes we lose those vendors at our markets because it's hard for them to manage both or get employees that are willing to do the market. But it's a mixture of brick and mortar shops, people that work under the farmer or the cottage market and are able to do things in their home kitchens with backgrounds and certification through the state. And then just people that are entrepreneurs and work out of a commercial kitchen.
Okay. Yeah. So I saw that right now you're doing something for tax season, although it's booking up really quick. It's the AARP tax program. Like,
yes.
So what is this like free tax service?
So for many years,
because I hate taxes. Let me tell you something about them. Here's what there are a lot of things that bother me. Like as I get older, I get bothered by more and more things. Right, I become curmudgeon-y, and I've been told this lately. My own mother told me this earlier today. She was like, "You seem like you're just annoyed with people," and I'm like, I feel like as I get older, I become more and more annoyed with people. And one of the things that annoys me the most is tax season. Because from the moment we get to like, and it started during the holidays this year, the commercials reminding you have to do your taxes. I hate that. It's the most annoying commercial that comes on the air because it's like one of those things where you're sitting there going, oh yeah, I got to take care of that. Oh yeah, I got to take care of it. It's one of those things I think that hovers over everybody. It adds to the gloom of the season where we're sitting here in the cold waiting for like the beautiful weather, and it's also tax season. So how does this ease the burden on people like me, or at least seniors who can use the AARP program?
So we've partnered with AARP. They've been doing taxes at the community center, part of Office of Citizens and Services for, oh my gosh, as long as I can remember. But right now we have a core set of volunteers, and they are volunteers. There's about 8 of them that come in Monday through Friday and provide free tax services to seniors, low-income people with disabilities in Evergreen Park and the surrounding communities. Last year I was just talking to our director, and they did 1,800 taxes during the tax season last year. Yes.
And is this a free service?
It is a free service.
Okay.
If they would like to leave a donation, they can leave a donation. That money then goes towards the ARP supplies, and then we provide a luncheon celebration for them at the end of the tax season.
Wow. Okay, so how does somebody sign up for this?
So they would sign up by.
And what are the requirements? Like, I can't go do it, right? Like, you got to be you got to be retired, or you have to have like certain things that are going on in your life where you qualify for this. I would imagine. So
typically it is through AARP, so it is designed for seniors. However, our tax preparers are wonderful. They do. Seniors, they'll do young students, they'll do disabled. They do just about anybody that needs an appointment that has a hard time coming up with the fees for H&R Block or doing it on their own. If for some reason the taxes are complicated, they're not able to do that. What I mean by complicated is if they own like rental property or they own a small business and things like that.
They run a podcast company. I would imagine that. I'm a little complicated. I am. Trust me, I can't do it. You
probably are a little complicated.
I'm complicated in a lot of ways, but I'm a little complicated when it comes to my taxes. So I know I can't do it. But that's an awesome like thing that's provided, and I see it every year, and I always think to myself like, wow, that's really cool. I bet you don't see that in a lot of villages, and the fact you guys are able to provide that is absolutely incredible. I asked you beforehand, like, if there was like a club or something that like is doing really well, and I was surprised to find out it was Mahjong. Am I even saying that right? I've never played that game before. I have
no idea how you say it correctly, but that's kind of how I pronounce it, Mahjong, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, like, this is a big deal here? There's like a Mahjong craze going on in OCS?
I have no idea. It kind of came out of the blue one day. I got a phone call from this woman who said, I heard you're looking for a Mahjong instructor. And I said, well, I've got people that are interested in playing, but I wasn't looking for an instructor, but if you want to come and teach, I'm more than welcome to have you. So she came in, we talked about it, she picked a date, and we've been doing it for about a month now. And I would have to say we have about anywhere from 12 to 16 people
that are into this, huh? That's crazy, that are doing Mahjong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't even know how you play it.
I have no idea either. They play on Wednesdays.
The only way I know it is like, when you used to have like video games, you had games on your computer that you could mess around with, or you could, and it'd be one of the options, and I look at it, I'm like, that looks complicated. I'll play the Minesweeper game instead. This is a thing. I might have to check this out.
Yeah, come by Wednesdays. It's from 10 till noon.
10 till noon, yeah. Mahjong over at the Office of Citizen Services, and then the trips. Do you get to take the trips?
We do get to take trips.
Where are you going this year, Beth?
Not really sure. We're working on a couple. So,
are these like? Is it? Do you look at the calendar and go, okay, I want to put a trip here, and I've never been here before, and like, is that how does the trip selection work? Because I would take advantage of it. I'd be like, we're going to Rome. I would just be picking things I wanted to go do myself.
No, I would love to pick out trips of where I want to go. However, I've got to fill a bus with 40 or 50 people, so I need feedback from my participants.
Okay.
So what I normally do is we get a book for our day trips, and I pass that out, and I actually passed that out a couple weeks ago, and people put notes all in there, and then I kind of went through and talked to the company that organizes those trips and picked out 4 or 5 that we're working on getting in place with dates and costs and all of that kind of stuff. And then we are fortunate enough to do one extended day trip per year. We normally do that September or October. So we're looking at that. I'm just waiting to hear back with the company as far as details, as far as dates and costs and things like that. And then we've got it down to 3 places, get it down to 1 place. Last year we went to Virginia Beach for a week, and we had 45 seniors and young adults with us. The trips are kind of fun because typically they're towards seniors, but a couple of years I've had seniors in their 90s go and bring their kids with them who are in their 40s or 50s. So, like I said, they're open to just about anybody.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Before we get out of here, I got to ask you, we rescheduled this for earlier in the morning when we recorded because you couldn't miss an Abbey Murphy Team USA game, correct?
No, I got my tablet all charged. I downloaded the Peacock app last week, so I wanted to be back in the office by 2 o'clock so I can put my tablet on my table and watch the game while I work on the computer.
It is fun to watch right now, right? I mean,
it's amazing.
Building relationships, supporting the community, and service. These are the things that Country Financial stands for. They're more than just an office you may pass by as you drive through Evergreen Park. They're neighbors who lend a helping hand and support the fabric of your community, including charitable organizations, sports, financial education, and civic organizations. And since Country is already your neighbor, they want to get together and chat. Call your local Country Financial representative, Mike Thauer, today at 708-425-1559 to talk about the things that are important to you and how he can help you protect them.
It is now time for your EP podcast, Word on the Street, brought to you by Spoken Vine Wine Bar and Bottle Shop, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie. Check them out for lunch, 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. The menu's great, the Cuban press, the Italian stack. They've got a Macaulay cheese Sammy, if you want to check that out. My favorite right now is the chicken and cheese melt, hand-pulled chicken, house feta dip, Havarti, tomatoes on panini bread, a great deal at $12.95. See everything they have going on. Check out that menu and also look at all the wine events that they have coming up. So many different tastings for so many different styles and tastes. See it all at SpokenVineWines.com. As for what is happening in Evergreen Park, the spring program book is online now from the rec department. There's a few things coming up, though, very shortly you might want to know about. There's an adult cooking class this week on Wednesday, actually, February 18th, from 6 to 8 p.m. for just $25. 21 and up, BYOB. Go over to the Community Center Kitchen at 3450 West 97th Street, and you are going to get a chance to learn how to cook with Chef Steve Ravovich on Wednesday, February the 18th. There's also pickleball for adults. I just saw John Dwyer the other day. We got together, had a couple of drinks. He's the pickleball instructor here in Evergreen Park. He's going to be doing a class Saturday, February 28th, and also on March 21st. Both of them noon until 3 p.m., 21 and over for $49. Learn how to play pickleball at the Maplewell Center at 3450 West Maple. There is bingo now in the youth center. The youth department putting this on every Wednesday, 4 to 5 p.m. for grades 5 through 12, and the community chores program coming back. Evergreen Park students, listen to me. My son did this, and he made some money. In fact, he started mowing lawns, and it turned into a lawn mowing business, but he got it started with the community chores program. How this works is, you as a kid, you sign up with the youth department, and then when they have people that need work done, leaves being raked up, lawns being mowed, flowers being planted, just chores, they call the community center and they talk to the youth department. So this is for everybody. If you think you might need a student, or if you're a student looking to make money, now's the time to get involved in the community chores program. 708-229-3377 for questions, or to figure out how to sign up, or to get yourself somebody to do some chores around your house. That is your word on the street. And as she tends to do from time to time, join me here on the EP podcast, Colleen Klimzak is down here, our resident professional organizer. How are you, Colleen?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. She runs Peace of Mind Professional Organizing. I'll give you your plug right away. And you have a podcast on the network called Your Organized Life that everybody should check out.
Thank you so much. We just recorded today's episode.
I know. And then I was like, you should
it.
jump on the show because
here I am.
We were talking about this already. And I was like, well, this is a good conversation to have on the EP podcast. We were talking about all the Olympic fever with Abbey Murphy.
Cool.
And Abbey, of course, and Team USA just won the game that gets them into the gold medal game, which I believe is on Thursday. It'll likely be Canada as we're recording, although they still have to play Switzerland.
Right.
The The team has, I think, given up 1 goal in their first game, and since then has given up no other goals. They have either 5 or 6 goals in every game that they play in.
Amazing.
Abby had a sick short side goal in this game where there's a defenseman and there's a goal, and the goalie is clearly has most of that goal covered.
Right.
And she snipes a shot through both of them. And I think as she's getting ready to take that shot, I don't think many people had a doubt she was going to find a space in there to drop that puck in there.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
She defies the laws of physics.
And she does it's incredible.
Yeah.
It is. And it's fun. Here's the thing. I think I've said this before. I remember 4 years ago, it was fun. Just the idea that we had an Olympian from Evergreen Park playing,
Oh, yeah.
right? Like, that was the accomplishment. She'd come on the show many times before, and we've been watching, the rise of her and her making the Olympic team. That was the whole thing last time. And she kind of got into some games. She didn't play in a lot of them. I think she had 1 assist. That was it.
And she's everywhere.
And now she's like one of the key players on this team.
Amazing.
And that's what makes it so much fun. Some of these games that you're watching. And what also is fun. And I don't know if I'm going to have to put on my reading glasses. I'm getting older now.
No judgment.
I'm getting older now.
Yeah,
and I have to put these on.
I'm already older than you.
When I'm wearing my contacts, I have to put these on. Yeah. When I have my glasses on, I can just lower my glasses. And then you can't tell that I'm going blind, right?
No, mine are here on the table.
Right. You can tell I'm 48 when I have the contacts in. That's the thing. So
no judgment.
The best part about the Abbey Murphy thing.
Yes.
Something that's not being discussed.
Okay.
Go to Twitter.
Okay.
Or X, if you call it.
Right.
And just search Abbey Murphy. Now, some people don't spell her name correctly, so sometimes
Not with the E.
So I've done it both ways, where I search it with the E, which is correct, Abbey. And sometimes I'll take the E out to see if there's any other comments.
Okay.
But during a game, and definitely during the one against Canada, if they end up playing Canada gold medal game.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Search her up and watch Canadian Twitter lose their minds over her.
Understandably.
Like I actually saw a Canadian hockey show.
Yeah.
Where the 2 women on the podcast on video talked at length.
I love it.
About how she owns their team.
Oh my gosh.
And if the Canadian players don't get her out of their head.
Yeah.
They're going to lose when they face her again.
It's not just her skills on the ice.
Yeah.
It's how she gets into their heads.
Gets in their heads. So they play Sweden here, I believe, is what they just played.
Okay.
And they whoop up on them.
Yes.
And in this game, she has a goal. And then there's also a thing when they're up 5-0, the goalie for Sweden leaves the crease and goes behind her own net, which makes her fair game.
Yeah.
It makes her fair game. And Abby's going for the puck, and she whacks her.
That's what she does.
Right?
Yeah.
And then after she does that, one of the defensemen kind of goads. She might have goaded the player from Sweden to then mix it up with her. So in the end, it's offsetting penalties, and there's no power play for what she did.
Okay.
Right. And so and the reaction throughout the game is incredible because you can tell who's a USA fan.
Sure.
And who is not a USA fan, especially if they are a foreigner. Like, here we go. We have this one person here. He calls himself PhD in bed, U.S. hockey fan. I mean, these are all Twitter handles, right?
Okay.
Abbey Murphy has my heart. See?
That's
wonderful
lovely.
tweet. Abbey Murphy has my heart.
Right.
Okay. As you go through it here, then you have somebody else that goes, respect to the U.S. ladies, all except Abbey Murphy.
Ouch. Dang. Does not have his heart.
Does not have his heart.
Does not have his heart.
But a U.S. fan with a flag next to his Twitter thing, Joey Batts writes on Twitter, Abbey Murphy is the greatest American since Audie Murphy. Okay? It's such a contrast, right? But if I continue scrolling down, you get a guy who, just based on the last name and the flag next to him, this is a European fan.
Okay.
Who writes, do I like Abbey Murphy? No.
Okay.
But she is an insane hockey player.
Do you respect?
There's a respect there. Mm-hmm. Doesn't like her, respects her.
Okay.
As you go through these, though, sometimes they're like Abbey Murphy is such a little bleep.
Oh,
but I love her so much at the same time.
And that's both sides in the same post. Like, okay.
I mean, I think that's the fun thing. Like I said on my White Sox podcast, like because there's a connection there in that show as well. Like our first sponsor on the Sox in the Basement podcast was Set Up, which is Cork and Carry at the Park, by the Murphys.
Oh my gosh.
Abby's dad
They're so
was
great.
the one who reached out to them and was like,
known
"Hey,
them since Little League forever, right? Yeah.
So like he
Boys Club. Yeah.
he saw me at the Red Palm. Remember the Red Palm years ago?
Oh my gosh.
So he sees me at the Red Palm. He goes, "How's the podcast going?" I'm like, "Oh, they're going good." He goes, "Do you have anybody for that Sox podcast?" And I go, "No." And then he's a couple of text messages, meeting with Court Gary at the park. They've been the sponsor of that show for 7-8 years. Okay. So I was talking about it. I was like, she's the AJ Pierzynski of Team USA. She is. Like, she is. I mean, and I think that's the fun thing, that as you go through like some of the comments here, like one guy was so angry, he wrote, Abbey Murphy's parents are probably brother and sister.
Dang, they are not. We know them. They're very nice people.
They're wonderful people. But I think, but what I enjoy, like, here's the thing. Somebody might be listening to this going, why are you reading this, Chris? I'm reading this because this is the beauty of sport.
Yeah.
The beauty of sport is having an incredible player on your team.
Wow.
That's so good that it angers.
Other countries.
It angers entire countries. Entire countries.
She is that good.
Go on social media and they can't handle how good she is.
But like, they respect. Some of them.
They can't handle it. Like they were so angry about her hitting that goalie. Like they don't. I mean, like they just. Yeah. But they have to respect it. Like you see comment after comment after comment of, if she was on my team, I love her, but I hate her.
But since she's kicking everybody's butt,
like one person called the hit on the goalie, which again was, I mean, it was a penalty, but I think in the NHL nobody would call a penalty on that one. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. It was iffy. It depends on how you like to play hockey.
True.
I loved it. I thought it was amazing. So somebody called it top 10 Abbey Murphy evil moment.
Oh, well, okay.
So I wonder, I mean, like, I really hope at some point when this is all over, and she's stateside again, to bring her on the show.
Oh, that'd be great.
And I really, really want to ask her, does she read this stuff? Because...
Maybe after. Like, maybe she also doesn't want to get into her head.
But then you also see the cool thing, like one guy wrote, I would fight wars for Abbey Murphy. Like, I mean, she gets such a visceral reaction as you scroll through how people write about her on social media. Man. It's like she gets such a, like, there's an emotion to watching her play. Wow. And I would love to just sit down one time and just be like, do you read this stuff? Yeah. Like, what do you think of this stuff? That
would be and she's been on the show before.
Yeah, and she's so nice on the show. That's the thing.
She's awesome.
So nice. She'd probably giggle and she'd be like, oh, it's not a big deal. Yeah, I don't really watch it. Right.
I guess we'll find out.
But I bet you she reads it and she goes, yes.
I would go to war.
Feel the anger.
But that's the head game, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the point.
I mean, one of the points that I've seen from a broadcaster during the Olympics is that what she does to Team Canada they make mistakes trying to hit her rather than do the play they should be doing on the ice. So she literally just sits rent-free inside of their heads. So I think Thursday is going to be amazing. I think if you get an opportunity to go someplace and watch it in Evergreen Park, you should. We've
been recording them all the way along. So that's been how we've been consuming them, because it's not necessarily at the, time when we've been able to watch, but we want to go back and watch because you don't want to miss a minute.
I mean, I'm looking it up right now. I believe it's an afternoon game. Like, it's going to be live. I think I want to say that it's going to be 12, looks like 12:10.
If you have a day job,
it'll be February 19th.
It'll be in your ear as you listen to it while you actually work.
Like, here's the thing. People take off for the NCAA tournament. They go and they sit in a bar, right? Like those Thursday, Friday games, which all games, they go and they sit in a bar, right?
Just talking about
if the White Sox were playing in the World Series, you'd all take the day off.
Yeah.
I think gold medal game.
It's a pretty big deal.
With Abbey in Evergreen Park should be literally a holiday. They should let the kids out of school. I think this should be something that should be on in all the schools. Nice. I think that they should just, if you can give people off for it, you should. I think if you are working in Evergreen Park or you have a business in Evergreen Park and the employees want to go watch it,
better
go do
on
it.
The TVs.
This is a get out of your house and go watch it event, I believe, on Thursday, especially because of not only the fact she's from here, but also the fact that she's such a major cog in it.
Oh, definitely.
And you may have the opportunity to watch her have a massive sports moment.
Historical.
A kid that lives in your neighborhood could have a historical moment on Thursday, which would be incredible to watch. It's one of the coolest stories of the year.
It is. I got my flag. We bought it 4 years ago and we put it back up when the Olympics started.
And you were telling the story before you go. You were telling the story of your sons.
Oh,
play baseball.
Sorry, Abby, if you're hearing this, but my boys my boys are in their 20s now, and they played Little League with, Abby's older brothers and went to Brother Rice with them and things like that.
And she was younger.
And my middle son, who's 25, who's a couple years older than Abby, was saying that Abby was playing baseball with them 2 and 3 years older than her. And she was still kicking their butts. like she was still better than them. And she was little and 2 years and 3 years younger than them. And he still remembers that.
Yeah.
To this day. Like, she was always just right in there. Just a phenomenal athlete.
You could tell. Sometimes you could just tell. So you don't want to get too excited when they're little kids, but you could tell what they're going to end up being. And that's a lot of work, though, for her to get from there.
Oh, yeah.
To where she's at now.
But yeah, he was saying it was kind of surreal. But he remembered playing Little League when she was like 7.
Yeah.
And he was 10. And she was still better than everybody.
Yeah.
So
Shot at gold. Shot at gold on Thursday.
Amazing.
Seriously. Turn on all the schools.
Love it.
Shut down all the buildings. Open up all the bars. Shut down 95th. Let's do it.
I love it.
Let's do it up on Thursday here in the EP.
My flag's ready to go. I'll be waving it. You know it. Love it.
It's the EP Podcast. All things Evergreen Park. It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.